Welcome to Consumer Science News and Notes, an informative program from experts on your health, home, family, food, and finances. Did you know you can get help caring for older family members even if they're far away? That you can help protect the planet by recycling cartons? Or that you don't have to get your car serviced at the dealer to keep the warranty? Consumer Science News and Notes will explain these interesting facts and offer useful and intriguing information. During the program, we'll let you know about websites you can visit for useful data and ideas. We'll also tell you where to send for free brochures and information packets.
It was just difficult. I didn't want to admit that something had troubled me. I was in my 20s. I was invincible. 3 tours in Iraq, coming out on the other end, fearless. But those experiences do come and they catch up with you. A wide span. I served 4 years in the United States Marine Corps, did 3 tours in Iraq. Then I got out in August 2005. For many years I battled with accepting that I suffered from PTSD. But the biggest challenge for me was knowing that there's nothing broken inside of me. It's just what has happened to me. It's a stigma associated with it. With post-traumatic stress disorder, the disorder part, for me it should be post-traumatic growth, because we can all grow from these experiences and excel in life and enjoy a good life from it. And finally, a few years back, I broke down and decided to get some help and treatment. It was the best decision I ever made for my mental health as well as my well-being. DFE was helping me with a vocational rehabilitation program and find a job that's not just a job, but a rewarding career. I like working on my car with fellow veterans. Gets me going. It's nice. It's a bonding experience. Being able to take the car on a nice windy road and enjoy a nice sunny day, there's nothing better. I'm a veteran. PTSD is not a weakness. My victory is viewing it as post-traumatic growth.
True or false? Until your vehicle is out of warranty, it must be serviced by the new car dealer or the factory warranty will be void. Although you may have answered true, the correct answer is false. It's the law that independent repair shops can provide services to maintain your new car warranty. You're protected by the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act, enforced by the Federal Trade Commission. According to the FTC, it's illegal for a dealer to deny your warranty coverage simply because you had routine maintenance or repairs performed by someone else. Routine maintenance often includes oil changes, tire rotations, belt replacement, fluid checks and replacement, new brake pads, and inspections. It is also important to note that the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act makes it illegal for companies to void your warranty or deny coverage under the warranty simply because you used an aftermarket or recycled part. The Car Care Council and AutoNet TV strongly recommend keeping records and receipts for all maintenance that's done to your vehicle and adhering to scheduled maintenance requirements. If a warranty claim arises, these records will provide proof that maintenance has been performed in accordance with the manufacturer's recommendations and requirements. For a free copy of the Car Care Council's Car Care Guide, visit carcare.org.
What to do if your child has lice? Treat with pesticide-free Bamousse lice treatment. The clinging mousse kills lice and eggs, even super lice. Unlike many over-the-counter products, lice and eggs are dead with one treatment before you comb. That means no required second application for hatched eggs. For peace of mind, clean the home. Don't burn it down. Head lice die within 24 hours once off the head. For 2 weeks, check the entire family.
At least one thing in your life is easy to control. Fujitsu offers a full line of energy-efficient ductless heating and cooling systems that lets you control the individual temperature in each room, no matter what's going on. And our new Wi-Fi-enabled systems allow you to control it from anywhere. This means customized comfort and energy savings, where and when you want it, at your control. Fujitsu. Infinite comfort. To learn more, visit fujitsugeneral.com.
When you're finished with your food or beverage cartons, toss it in the recycling bin. Because every carton is recyclable and can be turned into useful paper products. Put your carton in the bin with your other recyclables and let them start a new life. When the contents are gone, let the carton live on. Recycle your cartons.
Hi, my name is Anne. Most people look back fondly on their high school sweethearts. All I have to do is look across the table at mine at dinner every night. Roger and I met in high school, and we've been married 47 years. But last year, Roger suffered a stroke, and I began to wonder if life would ever be the same again. His treatment and medications quickly exceeded our Medicare coverage. The bills piled higher and higher, and so did my stress levels. Our retirement savings dwindled quickly, and I was worried that we might even lose our home. Our financial advisor looked at all of our assets, some stocks and bonds, equity in our house, and then we stumbled onto something that we didn't even know had value. He said that an old life insurance policy that I had purchased years ago might be able to be sold for more than the cash surrender value built up in the policy. Now, I don't mind telling you, the idea of selling my life insurance policy was a little strange at first, but I tried to stay open-minded. I did my homework, and I came across the website for the Life Insurance Settlement Association, a nonprofit group that educates seniors like us about options that we have if we decide we no longer want or need a life insurance policy. Not only did the website answer my questions, but also referred me and my financial advisor to one of their members to help us determine if a life settlement was the right plan for us. The life settlement literally changed everything for Roger and me. We used the cash to completely pay off all the outstanding medical bills and even had some left over to set aside for future costs for his care and medications.
Things aren't as bad as we thought they'd be, but it's taken a lot of hard work for us to find our way. We have a lot less stress over our health care bills, and we're able to enjoy our retirement again.
If you're struggling financially and have a life insurance policy you feel you no longer need or can afford, you are not alone. Learn about your options at www.lisa.org and discover a new hope for retirement.
Caring for someone who lives far away can be challenging. Fortunately, the Eldercare Locator connects long-distance caregivers to resources that can help them care for a loved one, no matter their location. Contact the Eldercare Locator at eldercare.acl.gov or 800-677-1116. Funded by the U.S. Administration for Community Living, the Eldercare Locator is a free public service that is administered by the National Association of Area Agencies on Aging.
Is prepping for and attending board meetings taking up way more of your time than it should? Have you got a single view of all your goals and how your CEO is performing against them? If not, it's time to talk to NextBoard. NextBoard helps transform the way boards work. Our best-in-class board portal goes beyond board management and helps boards shift the focus from administering meetings to driving action, from frustrating to frictionless, from simply overseeing to driving results. We make streamlining processes simple, so board members can spend their time making a difference instead of shuffling through paperwork. From hosted board packets to enhanced search and connected calendars, NextBoard enables boards to be more efficient, reduce costs, set goals, and collaborate more effectively so those goals are met. Built-in board reports visualize goal achievement, so boards can rally around making progress. It's time to say goodbye to dysfunction and give yourself the freedom to focus on making a difference. NextBoard, transforming the boards of tomorrow, today.
Imagine wearing gloves indoors in the middle of summer, just so the air conditioner doesn't trigger an episode to turn my fingers blue, or wearing a jacket when everyone else is in shorts. My fingers turn white and then blue within minutes of being exposed to the cold. It's really painful. It started in my teens, and all this time I just thought it was poor circulation, but finally I decided to see a doctor about it.
Debbie suffers from a condition called Raynauds Phenomenon, a disorder of the small blood vessels of the extremities, which reduces blood flow. Holding a cold drink or grabbing food from the freezer can be all it takes to trigger a response.
I try to avoid getting cold, but sometimes I just can't. I've tested more types of gloves and mittens and warm clothing than I ever thought imaginable.
The Raynauds Association suggests working with your doctor on treatments to control the severity and frequency of episodes. In some cases, it could be a signal of a serious underlying medical issue. Learn more at Raynauds.org, a public service from the Raynauds Association.
More than 9 out of 10 people with kidney disease don't know they have it. And if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, or a family history of kidney failure, you are at risk for kidney disease. Don't wait. Start the conversation with your healthcare provider by asking 3 questions. Have I been tested for kidney disease, and how healthy are my kidneys? How often should I get my kidneys checked? What should I do to keep my kidneys healthy? Visit niddk.nih.gov to learn more.
Colds and flu bring special considerations for people with high blood pressure, especially those on blood pressure medication. To prevent flu, start by getting your flu shot. But if you do get sick, make sure you read the labels on over-the-counter medicines such as decongestants. Look for warnings for those with high blood pressure.
A decongestant should be used for the shortest amount of time possible, and never by someone with severe or uncontrolled high blood pressure.
Visit heart.org/HBP.
A mother's love is universal. Every mother wants her child to have a future of possibility. Staring into the eyes of a young child brings hope and renews the promise of a new tomorrow. But when a child is chronically hungry or in pain, mothers feel lost and alone. They experience an overwhelming sense of despair, watching their children suffer every day. But with your help, we can fight hunger and malnutrition. The most critical period in a child's development is from the womb to their 2nd birthday. These first 1,000 days are when nutrition has the greatest long-term impact on the child's future health and potential. If adequate nutrition isn't present, brain development slows and overall physical growth is stunted. A lack of food and access to health care can have a significant impact on a mother's ability to care for her children. But there are things we can do to help. We provide hygiene lessons on hand washing to prevent diarrheal sicknesses, nutrition education, vitamin supplements, and an emphasis on breastfeeding and its benefits for young children. Proper nutrition in the earliest years of life can influence and nurture a child's ability to grow, learn, and work. It also can determine the long-term health and prosperity of children, families, and communities. A mother's love is deep, it is strong and enduring, but it needs your help. You have a unique opportunity to help build a strong foundation that will not only help the children that need it right now, but also one that will strengthen foundations for generations to come. Learn more at feedthechildren.org.
We started in 1919 in Springfield, Massachusetts. An answer to the questions raised by a changing world, where people moving from the farms to the cities lacked the skills and support needed to find their way forward. We endured through the Great Depression. We grew nationally with the expansion of the interstate highway system, and globally with the advent of the jet age. As the economy moved from manufacturing to service, we entered the nation's classrooms. We were one of the first organizations to bring computers into schools and ran global business simulations years before the creation of the World Wide Web. Internationally, we persevered through the changing tides of history, offering hope in the townships of South Africa in defiance of apartheid, helping to rebuild lives in Eastern Europe after the fall of the Berlin Wall, giving young entrepreneurs the tools to navigate emerging economies around the world, and empowering young women in the face of those who would seek to marginalize them. We have endured depressions, recessions, wars, conflicts, and apathy. We have reached 100 million people and have helped them become more likely to finish school, earn a degree, start a business, and escape poverty. Our efforts have been lauded by educators, universities, CEOs, and world leaders, and most importantly, by those whose lives we have helped change for the better. Now we begin our next chapter. In 2019, we are turning 100. And while we honor our history, it's important to note that we view it as the foundation for our future. Today, 60% of employers say recent graduates lack basic job skills. 90% of businesses fail in the first 5 years, and 72% of Americans say they struggle with money-related stress. Our goal is to ensure that the next generation is 100% ready to take on the world. Some may say this is work better left to those that are younger, newer to the scene, more innovative. But you don't make it this long without being innovative, adaptable, and open to life-changing ideas. Because when you start marking your age in centuries, it doesn't make you old. It makes you timeless.
Teach for America is a collective force of educators and leaders who are expanding opportunity for all children. We are committed to creating an education system that lets every child reach their potential. But where do we start? We start when a new teacher walks into a classroom. Let's say that teacher is you. You are anxious. This may be the hardest thing you've ever done, but you know this: education is perhaps the greatest purpose there is. Because everything else, opportunity, progress, freedom, begins with education. You know that every child in that classroom is going to come to you with different needs and gifts and obstacles. And whether you teach 10 or 30 or 120 children, it's your job to do right by all your students every single day for 2 full years. And as you move through those years, you're learning from your peers and listening to parents, celebrating milestones, mourning tragedies. It's quinceañeras and sweet 16s, chorus after school sports, and student council elections. And with hard work, your students are succeeding academically. They're developing as learners, leaders, and advocates for themselves in pursuit of their goals. And at the end of 2 years, you are also very, very different. Now, you're wondering how you can continue to make an impact on your students' lives. You keep teaching, get a graduate degree, take on a role in the administration of your school. You serve on the school board for the district, then the state. And your impact grows because you keep drawing on what you learned in that first classroom. Fast forward over several decades. Look around at the community you became a part of. Some of you are educators, innovators, state chiefs of education, reimagining schools and school systems to deliver educational excellence for all kids. Some of you are culture makers, leaders in local, state, and federal government, doctors, lawyers, and other professionals who vote, advocate, and organize for more equitable policies. You form a network that collectively touches every dimension of the educational experience of children in your community and across this country. We're not just making a 2-year bet. We're making a lifetime bet on our core members, on the alumni they become, and on the world they're shaping.
For me, it started with a backpack and a promise. The promise was that Wounded Warrior Project would always be there for me. And as I've continued on my journey, Wounded Warrior Project has kept that promise every single day.
Hopping on that bike and seeing that smile on my brother that I haven't seen in so long, and be able to do something with my brother, it was life-changing for me.
They've given me education, they've given me a smile, they've given me this huge extended family.
It's a great privilege to lead an organization that is firmly committed to changing the lives of wounded warriors and their families. What a mighty goal we have set for ourselves, but I can think of nothing more precious than what we have set out to do together.
Those 5 days that I got to spend with my brothers were the first 5 days that I saw hope in years.
Warriors to Work helped me find a job where I was happy going to work.
My wife and I, as caregivers, ask you, beg you, to get the caregiver bill passed.
That was the moment it was finally official, and it meant so much for me to be there with Wounded Warrior Project.
It doesn't even matter to some of these guys if they catch fish or not. They're just happy to be in a boat and happy to be out with someone else.
Wounded Warrior Project has given my children the dad that they deserve and need. And it's given my wife, Ashley, the husband that she thought she was marrying 14 years ago.
Jason's part of the Wounded Warrior Project Independence Program.
We have confidence that Wounded Warrior Project has Jason's best interest in mind.
Are you proud of that one? You earned it. You sure did.
You sure did.
Now I have like 50,000 brothers and sisters. I can call anywhere, anytime. It's like made the difference.
It was just so good for him, and he really did. He really did come back to life at that time period.
There are guys that have lost so much, and they shouldn't have to lose their ability to have a family.
Man, it's just so exciting and so powerful to think about the impact that one organization can make on the whole world.
Since 2003, Wounded Warrior Project has improved the lives of millions of warriors and their family members.
When I first got diagnosed, the first thing I did was go to the MS Society.
It's different from any kind of help I could get anywhere else, and I don't know where else you can find that.
To me, the Society it's really tackling the problem of MS from many different levels and in many different ways, and with many people involved. Our work is to try to help people learn strategies to manage those different symptoms.
The MS Navigator program is probably one of the strongest programs. Having an opportunity to partner side by side, someone who's going to own your issues with you and really help you from start to finish is a service that not a lot of other societies offer. It's a companion to walk the path.
The MS Navigator program is help from a place from people who just get us. I don't have to explain to that person at the end of the phone what it's like to live with MS. There is no judgment. The only thing he was concerned about was helping me move forward and helping me along a process. So I guess Navigator is a really good name for it because ultimately he helped me navigate a great big problem.
I see Dr. Kita twice a year. Having somebody that understands MS and knows what to do and what drugs are available and what symptoms you have and what you have to worry about, that's priceless. You need to have someone that's a specialist.
The MS Society has helped a lot. They ask all the questions that I may forget to ask or mention. They're like, what about this? I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot because I was going to ask that. They're like my backbone. They help me to remember and recall different things.
As bad as the disease is, it also brings out the best in people sometimes. They become much closer to us, and that's some of the best things about MS is it brings people together.
I have been leading groups for probably a total of about 20 years. When I meet people who have MS, I usually encourage them to get involved with the MS Society. I also encourage them to get with a group. And what I think has been life-changing for many people is the fact that now we have men's groups, we have women's groups, we have couples groups, we have young adult groups, we have newly diagnosed. Go try one. If it doesn't feel right to you, try another one.
Bueno, con el grupo de soporte me ha ayudado mucho porque conocí a otra gente que está pasando por lo mismo que estoy pasando yo acerca de la esclerosis múltiple.
The Society often offers a lot of their programs via telehealth, via webinars, through distance technologies that allow a lot of people to participate in things that they otherwise wouldn't be able to participate in.
Everyday Matters was a program that the Society put on, and it was great because I live in a fairly isolated suburb. I'm about a 2-hour drive from Seattle. They did it over the phone, and I was so happy that I could access that. They had a number of strategies to help, improve your life, and that helped also with building, the strength to be able to use the poles.
By helping people learn strategies to manage their health and to live well, you can potentially change the course of their disease.
They just basically helped you to understand that life doesn't stop with MS.
I feel like the MS Society has my back, and that's a pretty cool thing.
Until the next time, we hope these ideas for your health, your safety, and your finances make your day a little better and a lot more fun.